Hello everyone. I'm doing another video today. It's December the 1st and I really wanted to get another one out for you guys in case you would like to get these made up for Christmas, has Christmas gifts. These are my button cards. And you guys know that I've been doing covered buttons lately, and I thought, well, I would like to give these away as gifts to some of my stitchy friends. And I thought, well, how can I, display them? And I thought, well, I'll just come up with a button card. So isn't this adorable? So I'm using vintage Christmas cards, and I'm going on the computer and just putting a Google search saying vintage Christmas cards, and all these images come up, and Pinterest is another place you can find these. So today I'm going to show you guys how quick and easy these are to make, and they make beautiful Christmas gifts. So let's get started. First of all, I'll show you a few of them I've made. This one. This one, and you can use trim around them or whatever you want to make them fancy. Isn't that cute? I use Rick Rack on this one with a little pom-pom at the top. And these that have the initials on them are actually Christmas presents. And this one I punched a hole in. And this one. Alrighty, so I'm going to show y'all really quick. And it is fast. The only thing it takes a while is you got to wait for some stuff to dry, but I'll show you. First of all, you're going to need, I use chipboard, and this is 50 point. And I get this off Amazon. I love this stuff. This really works good with crafting. And you're going to need some cardstock. And I actually bought this from Walmart, but you can get this at Walmart. You probably can get it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and off Amazon also. So you'll need one sheet of this cardstock and some chipboard or hard cardboard. And you'll have to find your, like I said, you can go on the computer and find a vintage, just put in vintage Christmas card, because I love vintage. So I'm always searching for cute little cards. And I found this little snowman. Isn't he adorable? And what I do, once I find the card, I copy it into, I download it to my desktop, and then I copy it to a Word document, and then I make it the size I want it. Because some of these are too small, some of them are too large. And I like working with either 3x5 or 4x6. But you can basically make it any size you want. Once you get it in the Word document, you can shrink it or make it larger. So anyway, this one is 4x6. So I've got it printed off on my cardstock. So what I'm going to do now is just cut it out. And these are going to make such cute gifts. And I'm going to make some for myself just to keep for myself, because I think they're adorable. You know, you can't really see the top of this card because it was white. So, but you're going to cut your card out like that. Oh my goodness, he's a little doll, isn't he? A little snowman. So cute. And now you're going to need a piece of chipboard or your cardboard. And I'm just going to make it the same size. Get a pencil and just trace it. Well, it's hard to do with me with the camera in my face. Hold on. I'm working around the camera here. There we go. We're just going to cut that out. They use this chipboard for a lot of stuff, I'm telling you. I think I bought a package that had 100 sheets in it, or 50 sheets. And I've already gone through half of it. Huh. Okay. Put that on there. And if a little bit shows on the edge of the card, you can either trim it off or just leave it that way. Because some of mine, I left it that way and I like the way it looks. Like this, you can, this one you can't really see. Let me see the other one. There's one here that I left it because I really liked it. Like this one. You can see the little bit of the chipboard on the side here. And I thought, well, I like the way that looks. So I just left it there. It made it look more vintage. But if you like it not showing, just keep trimming it up until it doesn't, you don't see it. All right. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. He makes me smile. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to need some Modge Podge. And you can find this at any craft store. Like I found this at Hobby Lobby. I've had it for a long time. You probably can get it at Michael's. You can get it off Amazon. If you don't want to go shopping, just shop online for it. I'll try to list all the supplies I used below the video, so, and where I found them, or where you can find them. So you're going to need to put a little bit of this on it, on your chipboard, and believe it or not, I could not find a little paintbrush. I have craft paintbrushes, but I could not find it for this video, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a cosmetic, basically a Q-tip, but it's called cosmetic Q-tip. And hopefully this doesn't fall apart before I'm done. This does have a little bit of a smell to it, but once it dries, that smell will be gone. And it's going to take about 30, maybe 30 minutes to dry. So what you're going to do is put a good coat of this Modge Podge on this chipboard. Yeah, my cosmetic. Q-tip is kind of falling apart, but it's working. So if you've got a paintbrush, it'll work better. But this will work too. It's obviously working. Yeah, I don't know where my paintbrushes are at. You know, there's so much stuff packed up in my house that a lot of stuff I don't know where it's at right now. So anyway. Okay, I gave that a good coat. I'm just going to lay that there on the lid. And you're just going to place this right on top of there. Like that. And it's going to stick just fine. And while this is drying a little bit, you might want to put something heavy like a book on top of it, because sometimes when the cardstock is drying with this Modge Podge, it kind of wants to bow a little bit. So, but these are going to be so adorable. Okay, now what you need to do, you've got that on, and you can go ahead, I mean, it doesn't have to be completely dry for you to do this next step. You're going to need to put Modge Podge on the front. So I've got another, where's the other one? I got another one of these cosmetic Q-tips. And we're just going to put a thin layer of Modge Podge. And this is going to make this look really shiny and seal that picture also. You're just going to spread it on it, and it's going to dry clear, and it's going to seal it, and it's going to look so cute. And after this dries, you can also go ahead and add a book, something heavy on top, just to flatten it back out, because it will bow just a little bit. But once you like I said, add something heavy to it, it'll flatten it out again. Okay, although you can see streaks and everything, those streaks will disappear. You won't be able to see them because it's going to dry clear. Okay. So I've already done one, and it's already dried for sake of time, because this is going to take about maybe 25-30 minutes, if not longer. It depends on how thick you put the Modge Podge on. So I'm going to set this one over here, and I'm going to show you the one I've already done that I did yesterday. And what I like to do with my cards, I like to do the Modge Podge part one day and set my cards out, and then the next day, I'm making a mess here. Hold on just a second. I don't want to put this Modge Podge on my board here. Find something to set it on. I'll set it right there on this piece of cardstock. Anyway, I like to do my cards one day, do the Modge Podge and everything, get them set on the chipboard and get them dry, and I just line them up. And then the next day I come in and then I do the next step. So here we go. I've got one already done. He's already dried and everything. And see, it bowed a little bit, but it's not bad because I did lay something heavy on it. Now let me tell you about this. I did punch a hole in this, and I broke my hole puncher. It was a really old hole puncher, and it was already bent, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to break it, and I did. So I'm actually not going to punch this all the way through because the chipboard is pretty thick. And just a heads up on that, if you do want to do a punch a hole in the chipboard, unless you have a heavy duty hole puncher, it's going to be kind of hard to do, and it may break your hole puncher. So anyway, so that's why this was, that's why you don't see that hole all the way punched through. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is, this is all dry and it's ready to put our button on. So you need your covered button, and this is what I'm going to use today is my little candy cane covered button here. This is 1.5 inch, and I just need to figure out where I want to place it on here. And I think I'm going to put it right here because it's a, you know, it looks like a good spot. There's nothing there to cover, so I thought, well, that'll be cute right there. So that's where I want it. So I'm going to have to put 2 holes right here. And I went and found this craft needle. I've got 2 of them over here. One's smaller than the other one. And anything really that's got a sharp point that's small enough, you can use. But you're going to need to punch 2 holes because we're going to be attaching the button shank. So I want that button right there. So I'm going to need to punch 2 holes right here. And you got to press it in there pretty good because it's pretty thick. And once you get the hole done, just kind of roll around it to make it open up. And you can see there's a hole, and I'm going to put one right next to it. I shouldn't have put hand lotion on my hands before I did this video. It's sliding right off my hands. Let me just do it this way. Nope, don't do it that way. There we go, it's through. Yeah, I put hand lotion before I came in here. It's like, oh my goodness, it's hard to push through. Okay, you see my 2 holes? All right, next you're gonna need some pipe cleaners. I've got this Christmas, it's called Tinsel stems, but they're basically pipe cleaners. And I'm just gonna pull one of these out. You won't need very much of one. And I'm just gonna cut maybe like that much, 4 inches. And then we're gonna attach our button. So I'm gonna push this through that hole I just made. Pull it through the back. I'm going to slide my button on. Just like that. And then I'm going to push this end into the other hole and pull it through like that. And then I'm just going to twist that real tight. And I like to do this. I like to make it into a bow so it'll look pretty on the back. But you can cut it off. Or leave it flat and just lay it down flat on the back, but that's what I do. Now I've got my button on the front, and you can see it's kind of leaning that way, and I want it to be straight. So you twist it a couple of times. You're twisting that wire. And now you just place it where you want it, and I want it like that. It's going to stay that way. And there you have it. You got your button card. Now I'm going to put a piece of ribbon here to cover up this hole because I'm not going to be using this since I couldn't get it punched all the way out. So I've got me a piece of ribbon right here. And I'll be right back because I forgot my tacky glue. Be right back. Okay, I got my tacky glue. And I also, when I went to get my tacky glue, picked up a little pom-pom ball. I want to see if I like that right there. I don't know. Doesn't look right. Let me see if I can cover it. Just want to get that hole covered. I don't think I'm going to put holes in the rest of them, especially since my hole puncher's broke. But even if I do get a new hole puncher, I don't think I'm going to put any more with the holes in it. So put some tacky glue here. And put my little ribbon here like that. This is a little silk ribbon. I used to do antique reproduction dolls, and I have a lot of silk ribbons, so that's where I got all that from. All my silk ribbon from. I used to dress my dolls with it. So now I'm dressing my button cards with it. Well, isn't that cute? And it's as simple as that. So I hope you guys have a good time making these button cards. Make them as gifts. Or make some for yourself. All right, guys. Well, y'all have fun doing these. Like I said, these are really quick and easy. And one more thing. There's another place called Graphic Fairies on the computer. And it's a website that has a lot of vintage images you can copy from. So check them out too. Also, I'll try to leave a link below the video where you can go to their website and see what they have out there. All right, have fun making these. See you soon. Bye-bye now.